Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're diving into the Raxium Axial Series sequential LED bar headlights available for your 2007 to 2013 Silverado 1500. Now you guys should be checking out these lights for your Silverado if you'd like to add some modern touches along with a stealthy look into a set of headlights that will be 50 state legal and very easy to install. So with all that said, let's get into things. All right guys, so getting into our features here with the Raxium options, and let's start with those LED bars here, as that's gonna be one of the biggest features in my opinion. These lights will incorporate switchback LED bars that wrap around the headlight in that C shape. You really can't miss them. And those guys are gonna act as a daytime running light, but will also switch to amber when the turn signals or hazards have been fired up. Now that's gonna lead me into my second feature with these options from Raxium, and that is the fact that those switchback turn signals also incorporate the very cool sequential functionality for the turn signals, and that's going to help deliver a very modern, very custom look. Now on top of that guys, you're definitely adding a modern touch, I would say, to an otherwise OE style headlight here, which I like. A lot of the modern trucks are doing that now. You're still sticking with that same basic overall design for this gen Silverado, but that subtle addition to the switchback LED bar just kind of brings them up into almost current times. Now moving into construction, and you'll find that even with the modern touches like the LED switchback bars here, the lights are still gonna hold on to that OE feel like I just mentioned. Same basic layout is there, just like your stock headlights. You have the dual reflector style housing here in the middle, but at the same time, you're also getting a lot of the matte black kind of accents or surround here, and that will help kind of contribute to a more aggressive look. It's not all chromed out like the stockers. These are gonna add a little bit more of that dark aggressive look that I think a lot of truck owners are really after. Now what's even better about that dark look here is that because you are pairing a black housing with a clear light, you're gonna maintain that 50 state legal status thanks to the DOT and the SAE stamp right on the lights themselves, but you're also not going to be cutting down on your total light output like you would if you were to incorporate a really dark smoke lens. Yes, those look awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan, but once you pair up that light with the smoked housing, or with the smoke lenses rather, and you still utilize a halogen bulb, well, that can lead to issues at night with total output. So not a concern here. Obviously, again, with the clear lenses, really big fan of those. Now the lights do include brand new bulbs here for your turn signals, but they do not include main headlight bulbs. So you can either just transfer those over from your stocks if you'd like, or use this as an opportunity to upgrade. Now price point for the Raxiums will live around that $400 mark, give or take here, which does put these in line with similar options on the site that kind of kick in some LED lighting, but maybe don't convert you to a projector or anything like that. Now, if you just simply wanted to go with a darker factory style light, but that didn't necessarily need or want the extra LED lighting, well, you could always check out the rest of our selection, certainly save a few bucks in going with one of the more basic options, but that is up to you at the end of the day. Let's move into our installation portion of today's video. Site's calling this one a strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking about an hour or so to complete from start to finish. But now to give you a better idea of how things might go down in the garage or driveway at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet, clip remover tool, 10mm wrench, and 10mm socket.
What's up guys? Today we're installing a set of headlights on our Silverado. First we're going to watch a quick uninstall video showing you how to remove your factory headlights. Now this is done on a different color Silverado, but the uninstall procedure is exactly the same. So we'll watch that clip and then I'll meet you right back here for the install.
All right, so the first step in our install once the hood is popped is to remove this cover on top of the radiator support using a pop clip removal tool. Now you can remove this cover. Now at this point we can remove the grill. We're gonna start with the 4 10mm bolts at the top using a 10mm socket. Let's get these out. All right, so there should be several metal clips holding in your grill at this point. You can either grab your grill and pull straight out, or if the clips are hanging up, you can use a needle nose pliers to release them. Grab your grill and pull it out. All right, at this point, you can remove the two 10mm bolts at the top of your headlight. You may want an extension to get to this one, or you can use a wrench if you don't want to use an extension. All right, so there is a third bolt right underneath here in this gap between the headlight and the bumper. Now you may have to loosen this in order to get the headlight out, but the bracket down there is slotted, so as long as that bolt is a little bit loose, you should be able to pull it straight out. So that's the bolt we're talking about back there. Go ahead and press down on this tab at the back here and unplug your harness.
So now with our factory headlights removed, we're gonna have to transfer over our headlight and high beam bulb into our new headlight. So now we're gonna have to pop off the two connectors on our bulbs. The one on the top, you press in the black tab and pull it down. The one on the bottom, you're gonna have to lift up that black tab and pull down. And then we're just gonna twist the bulb to the left to unlock it. Drop it into our new housing, twist it to the right to lock it in. Same thing with the other one. And then you can grab your two connectors. One's longer, that's gonna go to the top, and one's shorter, it's gonna stay down here. And we're just gonna press them on. And now do that same thing for your other headlight and we'll get these on the truck. So now you can just grab that connector on the back of your headlight and plug it into your body harness. And then just tuck those wires back and maneuver your headlight into place. So now we can reinstall those two bolts at the top of our headlight. And then grab your 10mm socket, get this adjusted into place how you like it, and then tighten those bolts down. Next we can come down to our wheel well, pull back that fender liner again, and tighten down that 10mm bolt that's on the slotted part of the headlight. You can kind of see it right in between the gap of the headlight and the front bumper. You can grab a 10mm wrench and just go in there and snug it up. Now ours has gone missing, so we don't have anything here to tighten, but you got lots of access just right through the fender well to get to that bolt. Now next we can line up the tabs on our grille and press it into place. Next we'll install those 4 bolts at the top of the grille. Then grab your 10mm socket and tighten those all down. Now lastly, we can reinstall our radiator cover and then reinstall all of our push clips. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Raxium Axial Series headlights with sequential LED bar, black housing, and clear lens for your 2007 to 13 Silverado 1500. Thank you for watching, and for all things Silverado, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.